Another one bites the dust as Grant Hanley has been followed by Scott McKenna out the Scotland squad. That is two centre backs down for the two friendlies against the Holland, Netherlands, that one, in Northern Ireland, of course, on Tuesday. So, I mean, is Steve Clarke going to reach into his bag of resources and whip out something? Probably not. He's not been prone to do that in the past, but I think we need to bring in some centre backs. You can't, even though Hanley and McKenna, I don't think necessarily would start at the minute. I mean, you're probably looking at Tierney at the left centre back, Porteous, and then who would the other one be? Am I forgetting about somebody? Who am I forgetting about that definitely would get in it? I mean, would it be Suter? It's mad to think but I think actually would be McKenna. I mean, McKenna's been doing pretty good for Copenhagen, of course, for Nottingham Forest. He got loaned out, not exactly ideal for the guy. But I mean, here, Copenhagen, big club as well. Not as big as Nottingham Forest, but it is what it is. So, I mean, obviously, with these two being out, we'll have to wait and see how that's going to go. So, with Hanley, that was an Achilles injury. Doesn't say why McKenna's going to miss this game. But let's see here, because of course playing a 3-5-2 has left us with the options of Hendry, Cooper, Porteous and Suter. Personally, I would go with Tierney, Porteous and Suter, but I've no real complaints if Hendry's in for one of the other two. But Liam Cooper, man, that guy's done. I don't want that guy. I just never rated Cooper. You know, he plays for Leeds, and that's about the reason why he's getting picked, isn't it? So, I mean, it has left the team at this stage of the game looking quite light at the back, especially if you're playing free at the back. It means you're not really got many choices when it comes to making substitutions. But I mean, the four goalkeepers thing. I mean, I can half accept the four goalkeepers thing, right? But I don't think we should have a situation where we've got more goalkeepers than forward players, because you're not going to sub your goalies. Yes, you've got two games, right? And we've seen against France, I think he brought on Liam Kelly, he brought on Sander Clark, or one of them started, whatever way about they started. I'm not too sure that's the way to go for it in this one. I think we know what Liam Kelly and Sander Clark are capable of. I think with Craig Gordon, you could also argue the same, but we need to see what he's capable of post-injury. I think Craig Gordon should be starting. But the fact he doesn't start for Hearts, and the fact that he's probably not even going to get... But then, I was going to say he's probably not going to get a game. There's no way Clark just picked Craig Gordon for the halibut. The hell of it. You get me? He's picked him with the intention of Craig Gordon getting minutes for Scotland in these two games. If Craig Gordon doesn't get a single minute, you've seriously got to question why Steve Clarke picked him. But we'll have to wait and see how that goes. As for the rest of the team, well, I mean, we're two defenders down. Even if you didn't want to bring in two defenders, do you want to call up another midfielder, another forward player? Steve Clarke, is he not going to do it? I'm not too sure. But in talking of forward players, all right, because there is another forward player who Scotland potentially could have called up, and that name is Anthony Gordon. But he's come out and said, never a thought for Scotland. He never was a... And you know what? I'm not going to say... Well, I mean, no, actually, I'm going to say I respect it. Because see this whole gimmick, right? That someone can qualify playing for a nation through their grandparent. I think it's a load of pish. I don't think you should be able to do that, right? And we've seen a lot of people, you know, is defect the right word? I mean, I'm not too sure, but it just seems to be a case that they would rather play for the better national team that they're available to play for. I think you see that a lot with African countries playing for like the French national team. You know, like Raheem Sterling, he could have played for Jamaica, but he's opted to play for England. And I think that's just a sense of the gimmick of, well, you know what, actually, I'm not good enough to play for the top team, but I'll play for the team that's worse. I think you've seen that with English players that have played for us in the past, like McTominay. Yes, you know what, you take McTominay's goals out of our team, fuck, where would he be some of the games? Absolutely, can't deny that. But for me, Gordon, it's like Wayne Rooney, right? Wayne Rooney, throughout the 2000s and the early 2010s, if he played for Scotland, that would have made a pretty big difference for us, because of course he had a Scottish grandparent. But for me, it's not the same. I think it should be where you're born. I think the grandparent rule's a load of pish. I don't think that. I think that should be took out, personally. But anyway, that's where we're going to leave this. Never a thought for him. Hell, would he have done good for Scotland if he played? Absolutely. And the same goes for a lot of players that could have qualified via this rule. But hopefully Clark goes into his bag of tricks, his resources, and brings a few more players in. But the game tomorrow, and no one getting called up with training already happening, I doubt it's going to happen. And I say that, man, it's not like the players haven't been playing this season. Yeah, they might not have trained with the Scotland squad, but come on, folks. chances to be won here. It's time to step up. Lawrence Shanklin has to start tomorrow. Till then, though, peace.